Up in the sky, far away, there's a magic world where we play. So come along with me, and you'll be happy. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and I realized last time, as I was editing the last video, that I was a little bit off key when I sang that, and I was like, am I going to do anything about it? And I realized that no, I can't sing on key, so I'm just not going to worry about it. We're just going to charge ahead boldly. Now, before we continue in our world here, I want to acknowledge something, get it out of the way. I own about 7, I'm not kidding, I counted, 7 heather gray shirts. That's primarily what I wear. I cycle them out throughout the week. They're not all the same brand. They're all slightly different. Some are longer, some are smaller, some fit tighter, some fit looser, some are like an actual mini skirt on me. But that is what I always wear in these videos. And today something is different. Let's just get it out of the way. I am wearing a blue shirt. It's like a Freedom America shirt that my mother bought for my father, but it didn't fit him, so I got it. Do you want to guess if it was too big or too small for my dad? You're right! It fit him like, gosh darn, like a jersey for the overly... It was... I'm bigger than my... I'm trying to lose weight. Okay, now that with being said, I do have potatoes in the oven. I've got to get this done. I've got about 30 minutes before they're going to be ready. And I guess last episode was about 30 minutes long, so I just arbitrarily have decided that that's how long these videos are going to be, and hopefully you folks don't mind that. Hopefully that's a good amount of time. Can I bind the quests to a different button so that I don't have to open the menu? What is it? JEI bookmarks. I understand that. What about all of this up here? My team, my trash can, my FTB chunks? Can I really set it to day or night up here? Probably depending on the... oh, hold on, what is this? This is JEI config. I don't need JEI config. I need to configure whatever this is up here so that I can get the quests. What about over here? What have we got? What have we got over here? Do we have any kind of control? Click to collect rewards. We don't have any. Emergency items? Oh, what is this? Cancel? I guess I see. In case we accidentally start starving to death or throw all of our saplings off the side of the world. I do like this mod, and I might support the project, but first I want to know whether or not I can bind, what is it, the journal? Would it be considered a journal? Would it be considered quests? Open quests? Okay. What if I just put that on like that? Down arrow. It's not being used for anything else. Boom! So much better. So much better. So now we can more easily keep track of what it is we're trying to do here. What are you, multiplayer? I don't think so. I'm keeping this nightmare between me, myself, all of my channel members. Thank you all for your continued support, and everyone else who gets to watch this when I've arbitrarily decided to quit the series. So what was the last thing that we were prompted to do? I guess get seeds? Wheat seeds? I mean, that ought to be pretty straightforward. We do have a single solitary bone mill. And then from there... Okay, hold on. My understanding is that if we just start whacking the grass, we'll get seeds. But is there something we can do to make that more efficient, right? So if we look up just regular old bog standard wheat seeds, and we click on that, we got botany pots! I love botany pots! Those are great! I hope they have the hopping ones. Those would be better. Just get seed ore from breaking grass, but do we have something that we can use to break grass more efficiently? What is this? This is a sickle, isn't it? There's no sickle. What about a scythe? There's no scythe. I guess we're just gonna punch the grass, and dear channel members, if you know of any way to... Oh my gosh, I didn't know we could get grass like that. You can get grass with a hoe? I'm sure all of you are watching like, Reese, please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me you're kidding. I didn't know. Why would I know that? You think I play vanilla Minecraft? You think I've ever once thought about hitting grass with a hoe? It's never come up. We got wheat seeds, though. Look at that. Literally, right at the beginning of the video, right after the intro, we've just rolled in here and completed a quest. Just like that. That's called efficiency, my friends. Efficiency of time, economy of motion. Wax on, wax off. What have we got here? Chicken seeds. Oh, wow. That's going to be so easy. Plant on grass or podzol to grow an animal. How do I get dirt, though? Did we figure that out last time? It's been so long since I recorded the last one, at least at this point, about 22 hours. So I don't really remember what... That's not a joke! That's not a joke at all. Collects general items, requires a strainer base. Okay, but my question to you is... What, do we strain water with it? Do we literally strain water and get dirt? Is that what you're saying? We have a 20% chance of getting dirt every time we strain water. I'm sure we're going to get to that. I'm sure we are. Right now we need to focus on building a wall and getting a chicken. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to use the tool that we built last time, the comma. We're going to use that to, oh gosh, goodness gracious me. Let's go ahead and repair it now, just so it's ready to go. We're going to use that to get leaves. And I think I bound that to 4? That's right. So immediately it's broken again. So we're going to be doing this a lot until we have what we need to build a better quality tool, like a higher quality tool. In the meantime, we've got plenty of oak leaves now, so we need to get more bone meal. So I guess I just need to keep putting that in there. And I probably should have paid more attention to how much goes in. I really didn't. It's one of those things that if I really wanted to, I could have just Googled it. This is what I appreciate about your sky factories and things like that, is you have not necessarily the composters, but you do have things you can put grass into. I think it takes about 8, and then it slowly matures and gives you a dirt, and it doesn't take 40,000 leaves in order to function properly. So I don't know if maybe that's just me not using it properly. Maybe it's because I keep right-clicking. So at that point, is it bone meal? Let's see what happens if I just right-click it now. Boom. Bones. Oh, into the fire! At least it didn't burn the bone mill. Okay, so now we can use the bone mill on the grass, but first, let's get... Oh, we don't have to do that on here. Right, we have a separate mod doing tree capitation. I don't know which mod. It's not Ultiminer, because I'm not holding down the Ultiminer key when I break leaves. Completely forgot about the fact that we're going to need saplings. Completely forgot about that. We want to make sure that we do actually get some saplings, and that we don't accidentally... inadvertently, foolishly even, destroy all of the leaves before we get saplings? Oh my gosh, can you imagine the situation we would be in? So this one, we'll go ahead, well, I'll tell you what, I gotta get to the wood anyway. So we'll comma our way in here, and then we will full-on period this wood, and then we will use an asterisk and a semicolon to hopefully get one whole sapling. My plan of having 40,000 saplings, I remember that. I remember at least that much, is not really panning out all that well. All of our backup saplings have now gone into restoring the trees that I inadvertently broke. What was I even doing all of this for? Give me a moment, let me remember. Boom! 2 saplings. 3 saplings! We also have this bluette. We'll toss that in there for now, as well as these 2 saplings. So we've restored at least that much. That'll get us another bone mill. Beautiful, and now we have 6 bone meal, which we can use to create a bone block. We'll need 9 of them, but bone block was also a quest, if I'm remembering properly. Yeah, it wants us to make a bone block, but I feel like we should prioritize a chicken, because I'm going to starve to death, and meat is essential to life. And, I mean, nobody tell the vegan teacher I said that, but I feel like this is probably the direction we want to go. So we're not going to waste all of our grass, we're just going to use a little bit at a time, until hopefully... we get enough seeds. We need 4 of them to make a chicken. We do have spinach seeds. Okay, but we didn't get any wheat seeds is the issue. So forget what I said earlier, we're using all of this. Well, no, we're not, because we're running out of grass to use it on. You know what we could do is we could go ahead and get rid of one of these saplings, and we could just have one of these areas dedicated solely to attempting to get seeds, because we still didn't get any there. I mean, we got flowers, which is handy, and we've got more saplings, which is good, because we don't want to accidentally run out of those, but we're not doing too hot on this whole get a whole bunch of those situation that we're trying to go for at the moment. Yeah, this is not looking super promising. What is this? Has this been here this whole time? I'm gonna break this torch, and I'm gonna break this torch, and I'm gonna relocate both of them to the corners of the map, which is something else we probably need to deal with as well. If we're gonna get a chicken, and I am so disjointed right now that I keep hitting the escape key. I know it must seem like I'm not really focused on any one singular task at the moment, like I'm bouncing all over the place, but here's what I'm thinking. If we have a chicken, and the chicken falls off the world, we can't eat that chicken, or use that chicken for breeding for that matter. That's the thing, we probably don't want to eat the chicken as soon as we get it. We probably want to have multiple chickens and then start breeding them with seeds, because that's going to be a better use of our seeds. So, how far out from the grass did I go there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to want to do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to go out 1 more, because it's important to have symmetry. Everyone knows this about Minecraft. Minecraft is the kind of game that demands perfection and symmetry. That's not just me being a little bit of an oddball, alright? That's me knowing what it needs what I need to do, what my Minecraft world needs from me in order to grow and be successful. So we're going to expand out these platforms, giving ourselves plenty of room to move around and build things, and someday have a whole host of cute little chickens. We're also going to be preventing further saplings from hopefully plummeting to their demise. And when I say hopefully, I don't mean that I hope that they do. I mean that hopefully we're preventing them from doing so. The next stage in the operation is going to be to access this hole in the ground, or we could just use this. Look, we got this right here. We need to make some fences. So a whole load of sticks is necessary for that. And then from memory, I think we do one of these to get a gate, which is not what we need. See, this is a recipe I should know, because this has been pretty consistent in Minecraft for some time now, although the recipe used to be different. If you only recently started playing Minecraft in the last few years or so, you might not know this, but it used to be the case, however long ago that was, that you needed 6 sticks to make a fence. So what I'm doing here is I'm just doing that so I can place this on the outsides. I don't know if a chicken can fall through that. I don't actually know. It might be able to. We'll find out, I guess. I mean, if we lose the chicken, it won't be the end of the world. Should we sleep? There's literally no benefit to it. There's no danger here. I have no need to sleep. What I do have a need for, though, is a really nice axe. And unfortunately, we can't get one of those, but we need one of these cross-windy, bindy bits, a little bit of an axe, and a skinny noodle. And we know exactly how to do that. Skinny noodle, cross-windy connection bit, and axe head. Although, there was other options, weren't there? What is a mattock? What do you do? The cutter mattock is a versatile farming tool. It is effective on dirt. It's effective on wood, dirt, sand, gravel, and plants. Just don't dig your own grave. Maybe we should have one of those. Maybe it's beneficial for plant creation. So, I mean, I know we just built, like, regular old parts for a wooden axe, but we don't actually have to use those. You know, we can go ahead and get this, and we can hold on to this binding. I think we can just toss that in the parts chest and use it later. And in fact, it might even show up as an option. Oh yeah, look at this. We don't even have to switch between machines. We're truly living in the modern age of Minecraft, and I'm very much on board with it. So our wooden mattock, I don't actually know if it's going to be useful for collecting things in any way. Also, I know that wood is not the best material for this. What happens if we use it on a leaf? Nothing. What happens if we use it on a tree? Should bring the whole tree. It does not bring the whole tree down like an axe would. That's okay, because we still have Ultimine, so we can do that. There we go. Getting plenty of saplings, by which I mean 4. And we'll just toss one of those back in there. Hold on to the rest of them. And then the next thing we're going to want to do is on the next tree, now that we're pretty confident that we're not going to run out of saplings, I'm going to go ahead and use the comma again to break all of these, get some more bone meal, because that's what we're kind of rushing towards right now. I'm really glad. Last episode I even said, you know what we could do, guys? Is there any benefit to just holding down the click button, or is that in any way detrimental? I can't see a way that it is, but maybe it is. Maybe that's bad policy. You folks who play a lot of Minecraft will have to let me know. I did say, though, in the last one, I was like, oh, we could take this top layer of grass off, and there's more dirt down there, and I'm so glad I didn't do that, because I'm not sure if I would have noticed that we needed that grass in order to get seeds. I mean, it's obvious to me now, you know, now that that's what the game is having us do, but I feel like I might have accidentally just charged forward boldly and mistakenly and caused a big, irreversible bit of damage to us, so happy that I didn't inadvertently do that. But I want to see something here. If I just, like, slowly right-click this on here, oh my gosh. Okay, see, that one didn't do anything. So I guess it is just a bit random odds, and so probably holding down right-click is fine, I assume. Let me know down below if I am wrong. I don't think so. So I'm assuming if I right-click with the mattock, it'll create a bit of farmland, which I don't want to do. What I am curious about is if I do that, and then I right-click with the mattock, nothing happens. If I left-click with the mattock, it seems like it just breaks the plants, so it doesn't really feel like it's beneficial as opposed to just like punching them with my bare hands, which seems to do just as well. Okay, good. We've got one additional seed. We're halfway towards chicken. That's... All right, here's what I think we ought to do. We ought to start growing 2 trees at one time, and then we're going to swap back and forth between them. And here's what I'm going for here. I also need... It would be nice if I had apples. You know, a little bit of something to eat. I suppose we could go ahead and plant whatever that one random seed was we got. That's an option if we don't want to starve to death. But I will go back and forth. So on this tree, for example, I will cut this tree down. Those leaves will decay, and it'll give us something useful. And then on this one, I'll do that with the leaves, then cut this down. So we'll go back and forth between getting... Oh, apple! An apple a day will hopefully not keep my doctor from coming by with my tuberculosis medication. I don't have tuberculosis. I was just trying to think of what would be a funny disease to have. And for some reason, tuberculosis came to mind. That's not funny. That killed a lot of people. Granted, we didn't know a whole lot back then. You're in a developed country, unlikely to die from tuberculosis in today's modern era. Still, not a funny disease. I hope he gets here with my... I mean, a lot of the funny ones would just be inappropriate, wouldn't they? I mean, you know which ones came to mind just then. Maybe we should not joke about sickness and disease. Or maybe we should double down on it. Maybe that would make it funnier. I'm not sure. Comment down below. Let me know. Let's break all these flowers. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. No seeds. No seeds! This feels like back in the day when you could gamble in RuneScape, somehow using plants or seeds or something, and there were people who had these whole operations they would run where they basically just managed the seed or the plant gambling or whatever it was. What the heck was that? Just getting notifications now. iMessage shouldn't be on my computer. I thought I had that turned off. I'll have to turn that off. I just looked up and noticed it. That's annoying. People, you can talk about how much you love continuity and how great it is, but I never asked for my text messages to pop up on my computer screen when I'm trying to get work done. I'm not on board with it, and look, if you like it, that's fine, keep it on. I'm not telling you what you have to do with your life, I'm just saying keep it off my screen. Thank you very much. Not on my Christian Minecraft server, we're gonna have text messages flying in when I'm trying to edit videos. It's very annoying, so I don't know how it got turned back on. I have to have a word with Apple about this. I do use a MacBook. I hope that that's not disturbing for any of you watching this. If you are PC fanboys, I want to assure you that I am currently playing on a hand-built gaming PC, but I'm not running Windows because I am not swine. I'm using a Linux distro, in this case Pop! OS, though I've been playing around with Nabara Linux as well. I'm not using Windows, alright? I'm not going to pay for an operating system that then gets all of its money by spying on me. I'm not going to pay for Windows. You know, doesn't mean I'm not going to use it when I have to. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? No, but really, you shouldn't use Windows. 2022 was my year of the Linux desktop, which is a bit of a meme in the Linux community. Every year they say this is going to be the year of the Linux desktop, which I guess for some people means that, oh, this is the year that everyone's going to realize that Linux is amazing and start using it. But they don't really want that because people who use Linux, not me, but some people, that's their personality. Oh, you use a pedestrian operating system that spies on you? I use Arch. I'm running Arch Linux. Just saying. I mean, I'm not saying that makes me better than you, but I'm running Arch. And so they don't want everyone to use Linux. If everyone started using Linux, those people would all go start using like FreeBSD or some nonsense. So just throwing that out there. But what was the point I was getting at here? I no longer remember. There was a point that I was trying... Oh, right, no, yeah, I at the end of 2021, kind of got fed up with a lot of the stuff that was being projected about Windows 11. I don't think it had come out yet. But, the rumor mill was churning, and the idea of having always... Like, you have to have a Microsoft account, and... Oh my gosh, you thought spying in Windows 10 was bad? Just wait till you see 11. I was like, I'm done with this. I've been running Windows on my gaming PCs since I built my first gaming PC in 2013. I'm gonna try Linux, and I did, and I've never looked back. It is phenomenal. Play all your favorite games using Proton. Just fire up Steam. It's fantastic. Very few issues so far. It's not for everyone. The cold, honest, hard truth is that it really is just not for everyone, which no one wants to hear. Like, if you are not the type of person who likes to tinker with your computer, and you want it to just work... let me put it to you like this. I would never install Linux on a friend's PC because I don't want to be like technically dealing with their problems. You know, like, hey, I installed a brand new GPU and it works, but it doesn't seem to be working properly. Like, oh, you probably have an older kernel. You'll have to manually update your kernel or wait for your operating system to update or get onto a rolling distro. Rolling release distro, and then like, can you do that for me? No, I can't. No, I don't have the patience to deal with your computer problems, thank you. That's not what I'm all about in life. I have installed it. Listen, my grandmother, God bless her, almost said God rest her soul. She's fine, she's alive and well. But she got viruses on her computer, I think more often than any other human being on the face of the planet. It got to a point where I genuinely could not understand how her computer kept getting all of this malware on it. It was deeply disturbing and also very irritating, because for some reason I was the person who had to deal with it. So one day I went over there and I said, you know what, Grandma, I'm putting Pop! OS on your computer. And she goes, I don't know what that means. I was like, you don't need to. All right, I'm gonna get the websites that you like. I'm going to put them on the desktop with like hyperlinks. So all you have to do, there's just 3 giant buttons for the 3 websites you go to, and no one will ever be able to talk you into installing TeamViewer again, which has happened, because literally they're not going to be able to talk you through getting it installed on Linux. It's just not going to be possible for you to even comprehend what they're telling you. Folks, it worked! It's been months now since the last instance of either actual malware or someone managing to scam her into installing TeamViewer. It's been phenomenal. So in that instance, it's been fantastic, and I would do that again. The difference there is that my grandmother is not a computer power user. She uses the internet, right? So anyone who uses a high volume of programs and does like a lot of different things on their computer, if you're technologically literate, you could definitely use Linux. But otherwise, I stick to Windows and just accept the fact that Bill Gates is getting all of your personal information and selling it to advertisers in the US government, and they're using that to spy on the American people in violation of our constitutional right. You just have to deal with that. You know, that's just a fact of life. And no one's excited about it, no one's happy about it, but what are you gonna do? Not everyone can be like me and use Linux, you know? Oh, there I go! Oh no, I'm becoming one of those people! Oh, maybe it is time to switch to FreeBSD. I'm mostly being a little bit memey. I don't think that you're a mentally inferior human being for using Windows, and I don't necessarily hold it against you either. Sometimes you just need to get stuff done and you don't have time to think about whether or not it's going to work. That's the reason I stopped using a Hackintosh. I built a Hackintosh because I was sick of Intel's like terrible Intel laptops. They were terrible. Well, not even laptops. I didn't own an Intel laptop, but their desktops, like the iMacs. I was like, I'm not buying this crap. They hadn't put out a good computer in a long time, so I built a Hackintosh, and it because I use Final Cut Pro to edit, and I'm never going to use anything else because I love Final Cut Pro and I'm comfortable for the same reason a lot of people are never going to try a different operating system. Once you know and get used to something and are comfortable with it, it's really hard to switch away from it. I tried to switch to DaVinci Resolve, which I think is, from what I did use, a phenomenal operating system. It really does seem like it is, or not operating system, a non-linear editor. I really do think that it is one of the best you can get, for sure. But it took me so long to edit something that I realized I would rather build a Hackintosh and keep using Final Cut Pro, because I just know it, and I'm so fluent in it. And so I did, but man, let me tell you, having used Linux now for a couple... Are you kidding me right now? Are you completely shrugging me? Is this a bit? Is this a joke? Did y'all see that happen? Did it go in my inventory? And you know what? It might have gone in my inventory, and what I saw there was a puff of smoke coming out. I don't know. I'm going to put these over here, though, so I can keep a tight eye on them and know exactly where they are and how many up they're going up by. And I'm also going to stand over here between this and the fire just to be on the safe side. But what was I just saying about being able to edit and be fluent? Oh, yeah. Now that I've used Linux for a while and I kind of understand computing a little bit better, and that's not me bragging, okay? Please understand, I'm not one of those guys, okay? I'm not one of those dude bro, I use Linux lol guys. But now that I am a little bit more efficient and not even efficient, a little bit more proficient, that's the word. A little bit more proficient in computing, I think I could have managed a Hackintosh a bit better. But let me tell you what, about the 4th time that it wouldn't boot up and I had to redo the bootloader, I got a little fed up with it. Unfortunately, Apple was coming out with those new M1 Macs, and they actually were caring about making laptops that are powerful and don't overheat again, and I was like, finally, thank heavens, I got one of those. Every video you've ever seen on this channel has been edited on a MacBook. And those M1 processors are insane, babe. Let me tell you. I don't know why I called you babe. I don't know if we really know each other that well. We're all strangers on the internet, after all. I'm not really sure if you're comfortable with that, and I'm not really sure if I'm comfortable with that. So let me go ahead and get out in front of that and just say, listen, you individual stranger watching this video, I'd like to apologize for maybe assuming that we were close to them. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I'm standing by what I said. You know what? I think you and we're gonna be good friends. This is a series that's gonna bring us together, and I'm gonna go ahead and just call you babe from now on. All right, babe? You okay with that? I don't care, man, woman. Okay, I don't care what you are. Me and you're my babe now. Okay? All right, babe. Welcome back to our Minecraft video, where we're getting a ton of seeds, which is apparently a series of quests we've got. But you know what we're not getting is we're not getting grass seeds, are we? Why are we not getting grass seeds? Why are we getting every other seed imaginable? Am I doing something wrong? Should we not be planting these seeds under the light of the full moon? Get rid of all this garbage out of my inventory. Is that a grass? We're still at 2. Maybe we should not even be focusing on this quest right now. I wasn't even finished talking about... Hold on, seeds. Let's see where we're at. Wheat seeds, tomato seeds, onion seeds. None of these have rewards. Why are there no rewards? There should be rewards. If I get a seed, you should go ahead and give me a carrot or something. Give me something I can eat. A market? I complete this to get the crafting recipe for the market? There's a reward, everyone, finally. I guess the rewards are just a bit stingy. Maybe you have to get to, like, the very end here. Do we have any rewards around these parts? What is this? DNA? No, that's the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh, I should have started off the first episode of this series with that. Just saying. Anyway, let me finish up this conversation about computers. Where was I going with this? I don't remember anymore. I see, the thing is, I've decided the way that I want to do this series is it's a series of 30-minute long videos with minimal editing, and that means that I have to just keep talking more or less, because otherwise you're forced to listen to the silence of Minecraft. You don't want to listen to a soft breeze, a crackling fire, and some subtle ambient music. You want to listen to me talk. I know what you're into. I know what this is all about. I know what our relationship is, babe. Alright, you don't need to tell me. You're watching this for the sounds of my sultry voice, and my funny conversation, and what you want to hear about is me talk about computers. But what was I saying about them? Oh. Macs? Was I talking about Macs? Why was I talking about Macs? What was I talking? I can't remember. The Linux desktop? FreeBSD? Why was I talking about that to begin with? The only FreeBSD operating system I've ever used was TrueNAS Core. And I don't even have that installed on any of my systems now. I switched to Scale for one reason, and some of you might find this a bit ridiculous, but here's my reasoning, right? I wanted to be able to have, on one of my servers, Plex running, but then on my backup server, which was TrueNAS Core, I wanted it to also be able to run Plex, so that if something happened to my main server, the backup server, all it's doing is hosting the files, could also be like a low-rent Plex server, just to like get the first one back up and running. And you can run Plex on TrueNAS Core, but TrueNAS Scale is Linux-based, and it's just a little bit easier to get those sorts of things up and running, and you can do a bit more with it, and it's pretty solid. So, FreeBSD though, man. That, if you wanted to know, you know, okay, if you're a Linux user, you're probably like an internet hipster, right? Or like a tech hipster. So what is the tech hipster of a tech hipster? FreeBSD users. They love having no popular supported applications. I'm just trolling them now. Try to find one in the comments section pointing out that they can play Doom on FreeBSD. That would be fantastic if you can find them. Let them know that I sent you. Well, they'll know because they're watching the same video as you. That's how they ended up in the comment section. I really wanted to end this video with more seeds. Like, that's how I wanted this to end. But I'm on, like, a tight schedule. Like I said, I want each of these to be about 30 minutes long, and my potatoes are going to be done in just under 3 minutes. We don't have enough time. I've been spent all this time. I mean, to be fair, I've been working this entire time. It's not like I've thrown that time away. You know, yes, we've been talking about computers and FreeBSD and things. But also, we've been talking about Linux. So that's obviously not been time wasted. And also, I have been working in the background. I've not been standing still. I've been putting my all into this operation. I really wish I could remember what I was saying, though. Like, genuinely, I don't remember where we ended that conversation or why. This is just not frickin' working to get seeds. Why is it not working? Do I need to use this? Hey, if I hold this down and then I break the grass, what happens? It just breaks it all in one go? But does that not give you seeds? What if I do it with this? Oh, hot diggity, we got a seed! Literally, all I did was hold down the button and punch it with my hand. Really? Oh, sweet Lord in heaven above has smiled down on me this day. Did we need 4 or did we need 5? We might have, hold on, chicken seed. We might have needed 5. I might be, no! Okay, we're not giving up hope yet, though, because for whatever reason, punching them with my bare hand and breaking them all at once, in a way that nothing else has done, that worked. So I'm going to go ahead and say that that was... Also, this feels like I get more dirt. I'm sure that's my imagination. I'm sure that's just my silly boy brain just running wild with me, but that felt like it was more efficient. Okay, so if I place that down, and then with my bare hand, I just punch it. Okay, see, we didn't get any seeds out of that, but what about if we try again? Still didn't get any seeds out of it. I knew it was a one-off! I knew it was foolish of me to expect that to be the result every time. But I kind of had hoped. I had hoped that we would have a chicken seed ready to go. Here's the issue with the chicken seed. Even if we get one, can we plant a chicken here? Don't you have to be a certain distance away from the chicken? You know what we could do is after we get a chicken seed, we could devote our time to making a monster spawner, and then that would be sufficiently far enough away from this area. I smell the potatoes. You know what we could do is we could plant these seeds, and then we could grow wheat, and then we would have the option of getting more wheat seeds by breaking the wheat. That's a potential thing that we could do. I'm just trying to, like, brainstorm ideas here. Boom! All right, everyone. Good news for you. With seconds to spare, literally 9 seconds! We got chicken seeds! What do I do with you? Plant on grass or podzol to grow an animal. I guess we just leave it be? I was thinking... There it is. There's my potatoes. I might have been thinking about animal bait, not seeds. So I guess we just wait on this crop to grow. And in the meantime, we'll punch that direction, possibly. And we will build ourselves, or maybe in that direction, or even that direction, towards the rising sun, or that way towards the setting moon. It doesn't really matter. Somewhere we need to build a place where we can spawn animals, and we'll do that next time. I gotta go get the potatoes. Hey, thank you folks for watching. Thank you to channel members for supporting. God bless each and every one of you. Give Linux a try if you are technologically proficient enough to do it. Technologically proficient not being does not make you an idiot. I'm not implying that. Everyone has things they know, and everyone has things they don't know. I, for instance, would be useless if you needed help hand building a bicycle. I'm completely ignorant of that. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not my area of expertise. If your area of expertise is becoming a channel member to help support the channel, then hey, you're one of the best people on earth. In fact, you're better than everyone. That's what makes you better. We're all equal, except for my channel members who are cut above the rest of us, including me. God bless you. See you later. Goodbye.